Hello, hello. We are in our evening class of 1-2 flex. I'm so excited to get into Legpalooza. So we're getting all into the legs today. So you're going to probably want some blocks. I will say they are optional though, and maybe something for balance just for our warm-up move, okay? But we'll get into it. We are going to be standing and on the ground, so make sure you have something to protect your knees if you need it, okay? Listen to your body, drink some water. Remember the copyright issue, so we're having no music playing, so have something going, okay? And then let's just get into it, all right? I'm going to step on back here, start with a nice stance about shoulder, hip width-ish. And of course, hold on to something if you would like. Keep a nice soft bend in your one leg. Bring the knee up and around. That's all we're doing right now. Just do a couple of these circles. And then, of course, switching direction, bringing it out and in. Good, breathing deeply. Good. Bring it down, switch legs. Just a good way to kind of mobilize the joint area. And switch directions, bringing it out and in. Finding your balance. I'm just going to do one more. And bring it down. I'm actually going to adjust my camera here because what we're going to do is come to the top of our mat, take a nice step back. All right. So come into that position for me so you can see my feet there. Is my head going to get a cut off? Yes, that's okay. I'm going to come down so it's not getting cut off. So from here, nice bend in the front knee, back leg is straight or straight-ish. My heel is lifted to start. I'm going to curl my tailbone in, drive my front knee forward. Think of all my muscles engaging here. Bring one hand to my hip, same arm as the back leg is going to take an inhale, bring it up. Exhale, go for a mini side bend. Good, hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm down, drop the back heel. Yeah, you're gonna feel the calves really wake up. Lift the heel back up, drop it down. And again, bring it up, drop it down. 2 more times. You can hold this last one if it feels good, really dropping that back heel down to get that nice stretch. And then slowly push your weight forward, bring it out. We switch legs. Nice step back behind you. We bend the front knee, push the hips forward. Back heel is lifted the back heel is lifted, the knee is straight or has a slight bend. All right, so we find our position, tailbone curled in, feel nice and steady. Same arm as the back leg comes up. Turn it into a little mini side bend. And I'm feeling my core from our core class this morning for sure when I do this. And slowly bring it down. Drop the back heel. And again, we lift. Okay, so we just go back and forth. Adjust your stance if you need. You can make it less intense that way. One more. If you want to hold this one, you can. You can get it more intense by bending the front knee, driving forward. Yeah? Okay. 2, 1. I'm going to push my weight forward, step on out. I'm going to come down to the ground here. So let's do a little reverse Nordic curl. A little bit of core work, but also strengthens our quads a bit. Of course, if you have sensitive knees, you will want to roll up your mat or put something underneath your knees, so please keep that in mind. I'm going to turn to the side here. I can have my toes tucked or not. I will say, not tucked, you won't feel as stable versus if they're tucked. Okay, just keep that in mind. Of course, you're going to stretch in the toes that way. I'm going to curl my tailbone in, kind of get my butt to disappear there, keeping my core nice and strong. Okay, I'm going to take a nice big inhale. Exhale, I'm going to lean back. I'm thinking of a nice straight line from shoulder to knee, just as far as it feels comfortable, and then I come on out. It's not going to feel like a lot, but you will feel it in your quads. And we go again. And out. So of course, this is another one. If you wanted to be holding a dumbbell or a weight, you would be welcome to. But just to kind of get the movement pattern down, we're going to go without. Focus on just the body weight, strengthening and stretching the muscles. All right, we're going to do 2 more. Again, nice straight line. It's not a back bend at all. Good. I'm going to come on out of it. This is the part where you may want blocks, okay? Totally optional. We're going to go into a lizard lunge. So, lizard lunge, I'm actually going to show you forward first, then I'll move to the side. Your knee is going to be in line with your hip for a classic lunge. We're not doing a classic lunge here. We're doing a lizard lunge. So your foot steps out of line from your hip here. I do like having my toes kind of at a diagonal, but that's totally related to your anatomy if you want to do that or not, okay? So leg position, knee and ankle are out of line from the hip. All right, so doing that with my mat, I'm going to curl my tailbone in. I'm going to bring my hands down on the inside of my foot. Of course, with our foot to the side, we have the space too. If we wanted to, this is where we would use our blocks, okay? But I'm going to adjust by sliding my back knee back. Now, this is, of course, dependent on your flexibility. You may not want to, you may want to keep that more 90-90 position. And from here, we're still focusing on the tailbone curled under. So we're squeezing our glutes, our inner thighs, as if our legs could come together. Our chest is being pulled forward. I'm going to lift my toes of my front foot if it feels okay to. Roll to the pinky side of the foot. So my knee is actually opening out here, okay? So just to show you that kind of front view, the side, lifting my toes, rotating out, okay? So a little external rotation is what's happening. I'm holding it in that position. Okay, so we're holding it here. We're breathing deeply. Again, body weight kind of helping us go a little bit deeper, but also we're keeping everything engaged. So we're not just like dumping into it, potentially going to injure ourselves. We never want that. So keep everything nice and strong. Hold it for another 5, 3, 1. Bring the knee back in towards your armpit if it was externally rotated. Push your hips back. Now we're going to turn this into a half split. So I'm going to come up for a moment. Still going to show you with my blocks, but you don't have to use them. I'm going to have my blocks on either side of my leg. My leg comes back in line with my hips here. Tailbone reaches the sky. I'm not sitting back to my heel, okay? I am going to start folding forward. Hands come to the floor, blocks. If I really am tight in the hamstring, I'd keep it to my hips and just bend forward a little bit. All right, so of course, the deeper we want, the more we reach our hands forward, the less intense we keep our hands closer to our hips. I want you to think of engaging your quadricep. So think of your kneecap as if it can be pulled into your hip to get that quad to contract, getting you a little bit deeper into your hamstring this way. Take a nice deep breath. And now slide into your split. I'm kidding, we're not going that far, not in just a few, 10, 15 minutes. Bring the leg around instead and back. And we will switch sides. Same thing, lizard lunge. So we bring the foot forward, in line with the hip, walk the hip out. So I actually walk my foot to the edge of my mat is how I kind of remember this. I bring my hands down to the ground or to blocks. In my case, I know I can go deeper into the stretch, so I'm going to adjust my back leg. And from here, I can make sure my hip chest is being pulled forward. My hips are down. I'm squeezing my glutes, my hip flexors, all of those muscles around the hips. I'm going to lift my toes up and my knee opens out. Obviously, you don't have to push on it like I did, but you can if you really want to, I guess. And we're just holding this position, getting a nice stretch in the outer hip, okay? So we're breathing deeply. If you want to go further, you can walk your hands out, or you can come down to your forearms, to blocks, or the floor, whatever feels good. All right? Okay, let's go for another 6, 4, 2, 1. Bring the knee in towards the armpit, push the hips back, heel toe the foot back in line with the hip. Use those blocks if you want, to the ground, or bring your hands to your hip if you don't want to go that deep into it. Of course, the more you fold, the deeper you'll feel it in the back of the thigh. So we're thinking of the tailbone reaching up to the sky, chest again pulling forward, so we're keeping a neutral spine. We're not rounding. We're trying our best to straighten it out. And of course, we're breathing deeply. Good. And of course, we're going to slowly come out of this now. So I'm going to bring my hands on the inside, sweep my leg around, and I'm going to come on to my bum. One final move. Okay, windshield wipers. I have my legs out in front of me. Heels are grounded. I'm going to let my legs fall to the left. Pick them up, fall to the right. Now, they may not go all the way down to the ground like mine do. They may stop here, and that's fine. You may also notice you're going to start moving a little bit doing this. Also, totally fine and normal. It happens. All right. I just want you to do a couple more of these, and that brings us to the end of our Legpalooza of 1, 2 flex. So let me come on over, also because I have to reach my screen. But that finishes off day 2, my friends. So, I'm getting a little glow there. We're finishing off day 2 of 1, 2 flex now. Tomorrow, we are starting off the day with standing full body mobility. So that will be at 9 a.m. Eastern. So of course, join me for that live. We'll get into it. And of course, if you like this video and you like how 1, 2 flex is going, definitely check out the Garden by online membership, where you can get this video, so many more, and other great things, which of course is available for Black Friday, but I'll talk about that another time. All right, friends, I will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, for our full body standing mobility. But until then, drink some water, get some rest, and I will see you soon.